He gave me his CD. Kaniambia nimpe 100 bob. You know the way these guys sell their CD. Kama mimi sina do. Told me hiyo namba iko hapo chini. When you have the money, you will send.
When I saw her, so now this is the car. Nikamwambia, how are you? Uko fine. Are you doing well? Yes. Okay. Can you marry me? Would you marry me?
Yes, Willy.
How are you?
I'm well, I thank God. I'm fine.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Number one.
Yeah.
What would your partner do after a bad service in a hotel?
Most probably, because I know he love making jokes. I think he would laugh it off. And he will probably excuse himself for a minute.
She would just be irritated and tell me, now, why would these people behave like this? Yet we came for a service. And maybe it couldn't be a big deal, but it could affect her.
One quality your partner has that you wish you had?
Patient. My friend, I don't have patience.
I love his voice. I wish I had that.
Oh,
yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, he has a very good voice. I wish I had that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you wish you could sing
like
the way he does?
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful, amazing.
Or more better than him.
Beautiful. The last one. What is the silliest argument you ever had that you laugh about it till today?
There was a time one day, she was very pregnant. And I don't know what mistakes we did. And we started arguing. And she told me, Gerald, I'm going home. I am going home. I'm going back home. I can't live with you. So, and it reached a point that she dared even me. She dared, Nigonge, Nigonge. She was just pointing, Nigonge. I think I don't know what she was doing, but we argued, and then, you know, as men, we don't hit women. So I just, Nigonge, hapa nienda kwetu. And I was like, okay, I won't.
I still had this idea of being a young lady. So I went and visited some friends, actually here in Roysambu. And I was late coming back home. And he told me, he kept calling me. And I reached a point I stopped picking his calls because I didn't know what to tell him. And where we stay, I didn't know the routes very well. So he would ask me, uko wapi specifically? And I don't know hapa panaitwaje. So I stopped picking his calls. So that night, we argued. And he said one thing, he told me, usiwahi ingia nyumba yangu 6 ikifika. And I was like, who did you tell that specifically? Is it bibi yako ama? And I started removing my ring. Wow. I was very angry at that juncture. Na hiyo specific thing aliniambia. Nikaanza kutoa ring yangu. Ikaanza kukataa kutoka. And then I start hearing him say, hatujafika hapo. Hatujafika hiyo point. And I was like, oh, sasa, I wanted him to keep saying it. I was like, aitoki kwa wapi sabuni? Yeah, akaanza kunigonga hapa, hatujafika hapo. And then I cooled down. Then all of a sudden it was like, actually, what are we really fighting for? That's when it hits us. It is just a simple word, communication. I failed, I didn't communicate right, he failed, and we sat down. And even today I remember him tapping. Namwangalianga tu nakumbuka venye alikuwa ananiambia hatujafika hapo. So I feel the pain he had if I had removed that ring. Since then I started telling him, I will do everything possible to prove myself to you that I'm actually not going anywhere. I was just angry and I didn't know how to manage that anger. So that is one thing until today I laugh about it. Yeah.
Hello, hello, and good evening. Yes, hope you've had a lovely day. And last weekend, we said kwaheri to the month of love, the month of February. And now we are in a new month, the month of March. And so we are making sure that the love that we were showered with in the month of February, we are marching around in the month of March, showing that love. Yes, we are not going to hide any love, but we are going to make sure that we are marching around with our spouses and show them love this month. Yes, so karibuni sana to the Couples Week Show, and this is where we write down our love when we are alive, for we don't want our love story to be read when we are 6 feet under. Neither do we want our love story to be read when we are gone. And that is why every Friday at 9:45 p.m. we gather here to come and tackle issues that concerns marriages. And where else can you find such an inspirational program? It is only on Wema TV, the voice of hope. My name is Willy Kinyash, and now there they call me the undisputed, ama ukipenda, Dr. Love. Karibuni to the show. And tonight we are going to have fun in studio because I have a lovely couple. And I can assure you, from the look, they are even twinning. Yes. When was the last time did you twin with your lovely wife and your lovely husband? Tonight we have a good example in the studio. I am hosting the Geralds. Hi guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Habari zenu?
Njema.
Mko salama?
Kabisa.
Kisema njema, producer wa hii show anaitwa Njema.
Aha.
So ninamwangalia naona anaitika. Sio yeye tunaita, ni salamu.
Kweli.
So karibuni sana.
Asante.
Kindly you can introduce yourselves to our viewers.
All right. Yes, my name is Gerald. I am born again. Christ is the Lord of my heart. And this is my wife. And I appreciate God for this chance that we have been given. And it's an opportunity for us, specifically for me. And I appreciate God for that. I am a worshiper. I am a praise and worship leader. I am a vocal coach. I do also music. So I'm a minister. And also I am a marketing manager at another media station. And I am happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That is Gerard.
Yes.
Asante sana. Yes.
Thank you, Willy. My name is Ruth Gerard. This is my husband, and I am born again. I love the Lord as my personal savior. There is one thing a woman is always proud to say she is that she's a mother. And I'm a mother of 4 kids.
4 kids?
Yes.
You?
Yes, I'm a mother of 4.
Wow.
Yes, I have 7 this month, actually the first day, 1st of March. Then I have 5, I have 3, and I have 1.
Wow.
So I am blessed in that way. I'm also a counseling psychologist, and I host a program on a TV, a certain TV station. I host a program called Prolific Marriage. I'm also a lover of family, children, and family at large. It is a beautiful thing to be in a family, to have a husband, to have children. So those are some of the things that I do.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So we had that segment.
Yes.
And we'll discuss that later.
My friend.
How did you score?
I hope hukuniangusha.
Hoping not.
Sawa sawa.
Yes.
So how and where did you guys meet?
Wow. Wacha kwanza huyo aseme.
Anaweza tuanzia. Ladies first.
Labda aliniona mbele. So,
ladies first.
welcome.
Thank you. Where we first met, and when I'm saying where we first met, don't get me wrong. When you might have your own ideas, no, it's just by God's blessings we met that way. I was in Form 2.
Form 2.
Yes.
Okay.
I was informed too, and I was a secretary of a youth church. I'm a Presbyterian. Na our church was ushago kabisa ndani. So we had organized a Kshs, and our region chairman wa youth had requested us to look for artists, and he also looked for some. So he was among those that director came with, our region youth chairman. He was among them. And I remember that night we were late to start the service. So I took it upon myself to sing, to chorus, ndivyo watu waanze kugather in some choruses. Now because he loves singing, he had me sing this song ya Ruth wa Moyo. Do you still remember it? I love that song. I really forgotten over years.
Goro yako ni kuinera.
Yes. Goro yako, let's sing kidogo. You love singing.
Goro yako ni kuinera. Nutoria wewe munene.
That song. Now he came in and helped me sing that song. Now, after a few minutes, the chairman, the MC wa hiyo night, kusema praise and worship, he come. And he was invited to read the praises. Now, since he saw me sing, he thought I'm a singer. And then he called me. Tukaimba praise. Hey, this guy alinikimbiza. Alikuwa ananifanya hivi. And I don't know what this means. So he want me to sing very fast. Na mimi, generally, I'm a worshiper. I love worshiping. So nasikia hata hiyo song, nilikuwa naimba pole pole. So he forced me to, I was doing this. And it was like, oh, kimbia. So I sang hadi sauti kapotea. So that night, we were together, I served tea and all of that. At morning, he gave me his CD. Those times ilikuwa CD. I was informed too, so I didn't have money. Na depend na wazazi. So he gave me his CD. Kaniambia nimpe 100 bob. You know the way these guys sell their CD. Kama mimi sina do. Told me hiyo namba iko hapo chini. When you have the money, you will send. Na mimi nikachukua CD na nikaenda home na nikaiweka. Because sasa hata hiyo 100 bob nitawaipata lini. Nikaweka. But by God's grace, at one point, when I was in Form 3, almost Form 4, nikapatanga hiyo 100 bob na nikamtumia.
Wow.
But that is, we had actually met. Now, even after giving me the CD, we met again. Na sikumpea hiyo 100. So, you
The
remember this? No, the second one when you told me now to wash your shoes. This guy. So, we met another Kesha. Now, sasa ya kwetu parish ya kwetu. Now this one was very bad because I took his that time we were not told to bring guests wa kuimba, but me I called him. I went kwa ile CD nikampigia nikamwambia tuko na kesho unaweza come. So he came, and I think that day walikosananga na director wetu
alinyima pesa.
Juu alinyimangwa pesa. You know they asked for money. Akaulizwa no rago etete. Who had called you? Go and ask the secretary
Whoever invited you
should pay you.
Ask him or her to pay you.
So I think what saved him the second time was he sold CD in our place. So that second time he requested me to wash his shoes. Kulikuwa kumenyesha. So he called me and another friend of mine. Akatuambia mnaweza tu. He was a very clean guy. Oh my God. He had white suit. Na kiatu ukiweza cheza inaweza kukudunga vibaya sana. So he asked me to clean that white shoe na matope. Who does that? Who does that? Na ni ushago. Na ni ile matope yenye inashikanga kiatu vizuri. So we washed his shoes, and I think he reminded me na ndo usijainipea 100 yangu. I was like, I will pay you. But that was it. We didn't have much. He came, we had Kesha, na kaenda kwao. And I thank him for coming. That's it. So I paid his money later on. Sasa hapo ndipo communication zetu zilianza, how are you, are you still in school, umemaliza? Hapana, bado. Until I finished high school, went to college. Yeah.
Now that is your version.
Now that's me.
Let's hear his version.
Me, the first time we met, nikaona anaimba, nikaona huyu msichana anataka usaidizi. So I went and helped.
So wewe ilikuwa nikusaidia?
Me, I was helping.
Yes.
Sa in that mood of helping, kuna vile unaangalia mtu. Unaona huyu anaweza. So unaanza kumwangalia na jicho ingine, ingawaje usemi.
Yeah.
So I just observed her, I observed. Tukaenda home. The reason nilimpea CD, nilishamwamini. Atanitumia. Then I needed a contact.
Hapo ndo nilikuwa naenda.
Yes.
Kumwamini, ulimwamini ama ni namba?
Nilimwamini, ndio akipiga namba nipate. Lakini alitake so long kupiga simu.
Almost 2 years.
Yes. Ilikuwa around 7-8 months. Yeah.
Oh.
So wakatuita kesha zingine. Kesha zingine. So nikakuja sasa. That one tulikuwa tumevaa white, ilikuwa the third one. The second one we came the same place, but a different church yenye iko.
Okay. Uko kwa baridi kabisa.
Yes. So and I found her too. Then the third one now. Hiyo ya pili hakuna kitu alifanya, alikaa tu. So the third one now ni hiyo yenye nilikuwa nimevaa white. And when I called her nikamwambia nioshe specifically, nilimwambia unaweza kunioshea hizi viatu. And she said it's okay.
Were you trying her or you were serious?
I wanted to see whether huyu msichana.
But thank you for asking that.
Huyu msichana anaweza ni wadhika.
Kuti.
So she took my shoes, akaenda akaosha, and she brought them back. So after that now, we started now communicating. From that point, she started calling.
Stop
so
saying
You did.
My friend.
It is you who called me. I didn't have your number.
Oh, yeah.
So she called me and she told me now, Gerald, how are you? Fine. By then I was somehow sick. So she followed up on my well-being.
Yeah, I remember I was in school and I carried my phone.
So now you in
Form 4. That time I was in Form 4. And I carried my phone and it was lunchtime. I don't know what told me to niende nikakulie food yangu kwa class. So I just thought of him, nikamcall. Then he was sounding down. Kamuliza ni nini? I'm in bed, I am very sick. Umeipigia mtu kelele kama ni wenyu? And I didn't have anything.
Tell me you loved me.
No, I didn't. I had a boyfriend. Yeah. Okay. Now that's why I'm saying when I'm giving you this story, don't get ideas.
Yes.
Having a boyfriend never meant I was a bad girl. Don't start judging me.
No.
People.
You're a good girl.
I was but I had a friend. If he was a friend, na tena nisimuite ka friend aniandikie message.
A boyfriend. You had a boyfriend.
Yes, I had a boyfriend.
Let's stick to that. You had a boyfriend.
Yes, so
now there's this other guy you are
out
seeing.
there. Yes, the husband of mine, he's a friend of mine out there, anaishingi Nairobi, na mimi niko shambani. Yes. You have that.
He was living in Nairobi.
Yes, and I knew he was in Nairobi.
I was living in Juja.
Na mimi unaona niko ile ushago. Yes. So I would be among those girls who would be proud to tell friends, I have a friend in town.
Yes.
Na town yenye sijaienda. Are you getting?
Yeah.
So I called him and he was so down. And I was like, what is wrong with you? I am very sick. What do you mean you're sick? Don't you have people? Don't you have family? Toka kwa hiyo kitanda uende hospitali. I was very angry at him. And sikuwa na story mingi na yeye.
So I did.
He went to the hospital because of what I told him. Yes.
My wife has told me to go to the hospital.
So by that time, ulikuwa unajua huyu ndiye atakuwa my wife.
I had feelings.
Wewe ulikuwa?
Yes, I had feelings because I could, even if I could date other girls, I could.
So you had several.
Of course, let's talk the truth.
Yes.
A gentleman doesn't have one girl.
When
you
she's
have
a young...
When you are dating,
yeah.
ask them. Hawasemangi niko na, lakini akikutana na wewe you are the only one.
You kiss several frogs.
Yes.
Before.
Wanasema you are the only one. Right there.
Yes.
But once you are gone, now the other guy, hey, uko wapi?
You have no idea.
So I had others. But at the deep of my heart, I had hers too.
You felt convicted.
Yes, I was this guy anipigia kelele. Anamaanisha aje. So I had that feeling. And after that she came to Nairobi. And sikujua alikuja. So she stayed another year without calling me. She spent another year. Hakunipigia. So the siku yenye alinipigia simu hivi akanambia I am in Nairobi.
I'm actually I am living in Nairobi.
Yes,
I have been living in Nairobi.
Yes. So I asked her, where are you? I'm in Roysambu. I'm coming.
Right, that particular time.
I called him on Saturday, he came on Sunday.
Wow.
Yes, I came and we met. We talked. And then nikamwambia sasa akuja nitembelee kwangu.
We met kwa barabara and he carried me and I was very angry. How do you carry me?
No,
he
lifted
me. Unaona ile hug too. Wow. Nilisikia miguu yangu.
Uko kwa hewa. Nasio geta umepigwa.
So that means there was something in me.
Yes.
There was something growing, and when I saw her, so now this is the girl. So I hugged her and yeah. After that, tukaenda kwa hoteli. We took some tea, we talked, and then nikamuinvite kwangu sasa. And she came, na akapata masaibu.
Masaibu gani?
After that,
what happened?
She came to my house. We talked, and then akaniambia nataka kwenda home. I don't know what she saw in my house. Yenye haikumfurahisha. Labda aniambie saa hii hapa.
Nini uliona haikufurahisha kwa hiyo?
You know guys, I've said nikiwa high school I was in a relationship. And I was informed when I was in form 3, this guy was in form 4. So akitoka form 4 we have a very bad fight. And my mom told me when I was growing up that my dad, the husband she had that time, alikuwa teacher, alikuwa mwanafunzi walisoma na yeye. So when I had a boyfriend in school, I had these thoughts or these desires of following my mother's footsteps. Niolewe na mtu tumesoma na yeye. So I had put my mind so much, even if he was a friend, I had put my mind so much that one day nitaolewa na mtu tulisoma na yeye. So we broke up a very bad breaking. So mimi kutoka hapo, even now, I have been learning to trust someone. Mimi kutrust mtu ni inatike. Even him, he can tell you. Sometimes I look at him and tell you, I don't trust you. Sometimes he will tell me something. I'm like, I don't really think you're telling me the truth. I happen to have trust issues since that time. So when he visited, he called me to his house, just say the truth, what you did.
Of course I wanted.
Oh yeah, you wanted.
What else?
So
when you invite a girl, let's talk the truth. You know, it's good to talk the truth.
Yes.
Gentlemen,
yes.
When you invite a girl in your home, and then anakuja, unamwangalia ako smart, umekaa miaka, what do you expect? Unamwambia now, please, can we at least share? And now I've shared some food, drinks.
Yes.
Can you now? Let's talk. Let's share. She refused. So
this girl was strong and
very strong. She refused.
Very
She refused and she told me, Gerald, I'm not doing that because it's the first time. Kamambia, it's okay.
So she refused because it was the first time. So if
to him because it was my first time, to him. But to me, I looked at him and say, oh, hii ndio sambli yenyu hii. You are one of those guys I've met in my life. You so bad. Tabia yenyu ni just to use a lady. So wacha tu niende home.
I had no intention.
Yes.
So
unaona, nikaambia mimi nipeleke nyumbani. And he escorted me hadi kwa gate. Akaniambia hana fare, hakunipea nirudi kwetu. God, I don't know. Mimi sijui. But God has always given me a way of being myself. I had my own money. Na sijaisikia mahali nikifunzwa carry your money when you're going to meet a guy. I didn't hear those things that back then. So, nikaambia sawa. I didn't even ask for his money. Nikaenda nyumbani. Nikaenda nyumbani and stayed for how long without talk to you?
1 year.
1 year.
1 year and 1 month.
So, wakati alifika home, akanipigia simu akanambia, Gerald, you are those guys wenye wanataka wasichana and I am not that type. So I am angry. Na akakata simu. Sikuwa impata na simu tena for 1 year. Wow. 1 year. So after 1 year and 1 month, she called me.
Wait a minute, before we go to that, when she said that, how did you feel?
I felt bad because I had seen something and I had seen a woman who can be my wife. So when she told me that, there's something that grew in me that now this is the lady. Mwenye ananikataa na akienda ananiambia hata sikutaki. So that means one, venye alinikataa, that's the same. You know how we treat, how we men treat ladies. If you if a girl goes to a gent's house and then I'm a boyfriend, and then you do that, boyfriend anakuachananga hapo tu. Mara that anatafuta mwingine. So but this one wakikataa ninajua wow, I think this is the lady. So that means aendangi akipeana na huko ovyo to every person mwenye anapata. So she is hard. Unaona, it is hard for her to do that. So kajua this is the person that I want to marry.
But deep inside you, as you were asking her to give you and you are born again, hakuna kitu ilikuwa inakuongelesha inakwambia this is sin?
Nilikuwa nasikia. Hakuna mtu asikiange. Kuna haka sauti kana kuja, Gerald.
Unajifanya usikii.
Kumbuka wewe ni worshiper. Unasema Bwana nimeletewa chakula hapa. Bwana nisikule.
Ni mara moja tu tumalize.
Na ni kama wetu kamoja tu. So but deep down in me I knew this is the lady I would marry. Wow. So after now 1 year and 1 month she called me. She asked, Gerald, how are you? This is Ruth. I said, I still have your number. Akaniambia, how are you doing? I didn't even answer her. I told her, where are you? I'm still in Roysambu. I think that day I came that day.
No, when I called, I told you ni Nyambura. If I would have used the Ruth name, ungejua. So I told you ni Nyambura. And you asked Nyambura mgani. Then I asked you, ni Nyambura wangapi unajua? You counted 3. There's sijui Nyambura wa hapa church, sijui na Nyambura mwingine. And then kabla useme watatu nikakuuliza ni Nyambura mgani ulikuwa kati ya hao wote unapenda? Ukaniambia kuna Nyambura anaishi Roysambu. That's what he told me. Wow. You remember that statement? Nikaambia sasa ni huyo wa Roysambu.
So nikamwambia to meet. And when we met now.
Yeah, we met that he came that same day.
Wow.
Yes.
That is the day I proposed.
That very same day.
Nilimfika tu nikamwambia, how are you? Uko fine. Are you doing well? Yes. Okay. Can you marry me? Would you marry me?
Wow.
That was the words. Hakuna kitu kingine. So now will you marry me? Anaongea akimaliza anamuuliza, will you marry me? Yeah. Until she said yes.
That very same day.
Yes. Wow. Of course she gave me a lot of,
because I had not called sikuwa nimempigia so that he proposed. Yes, that's not. No, I was going through something at that particular time. When we parted ways, I went to college. Kamaliza, I have like another suitor coming, and I am also going through a health issue, and I'm to a point I feel like I'm dying. There are some issues that ladies go through and I didn't know. Mimi ni ule mse ambao some things I'm so naive about. Unless they happen to me, that's when I wake up. So I happen to have a problem called hormonal imbalance in the lady. So when I received a period of a certain month, it never stopped. It went for that long. It went nearly a year. So I was so worn out, I felt like I'm dying. So my family loved me. they will bury me and have the story to tell. But I needed to tell someone I have forgiven him for what he did when he invited me to his house. That is why I was calling him, to let him know I have forgiven you for the day you invited me to your house, and he actually asked for forgiveness. Nikamwambia amestaki story zako. So I wanted him to hear that one. It's like a movie. Nataka tu kukuambia ujue nilikusamehea. So when he told me, let me come, uniambie direct unamenisamehea. He didn't even tell, hata si kumwambia nimekusamehea. He started talking about marriage.
Yes.
Hiyo story ya forgiveness iliisha kwake. Yeah.
I'm good in forgiving and forgetting.
Yeah.
When if someone hurts me, I do forgive very easily. Very easily. In fact, we keep fighting about her because she keeps reminding me and si nilikukosea ile siku. Mwambia siku gani? I can't remember.
And him telling me I can't remember, hiyo ni vita ingine.
See,
That's another fight.
Now I'm so easy.
Yeah.
Forgiving. Wow. Forgiving. Hata tukikosana saa hii nitoke tu hapo, hiyo story imeisha hapo. Imeisha. And I will never ask you about it again. Yes. So I married, then from there now we started planning for a marriage. Tukaenda kwao, tukafanya kila kitu. We did a wedding in 2013 mwezi wa
Saba.
And since then we've been together.
Wow.
Yes.
I want us to take a short break, and as we come back now, I want you to tell us how that journey has been in marriage, some of the challenges you've gone through, and how you've been able to overcome them, so that it can be an encouragement to our viewers out there.
Yes.
Yes, we are having an amazing time here. We have said we are in the month of March, and so we are marching forward and saying we are writing our love will, and that is why the Geralds, they are here. They marched all the way from Kajiado to come and sign their love will on couples wheelchair, and this is where we write down our love will while we are alive, for we don't want our love story to be read when we are 6 feet under, neither we want our love story to be read when we are gone. And so it has been a journey. At some point they parted ways, but now they are an item. How has been their journey? Let's continue listening to this amazing story. Vita imeisha. Mmepanga harusi.
Yeah.
You're now married.
You're now married.
How has been the journey?
Can I talk first?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think marriage is not something that anyone would just step in and think that things are okay. Things are not okay. That is one.
21, are you listening?
Yes.
Yes, things are not okay in marriage, because whatever you see in a person, it is totally different from what you see. It's actually very far from what you see. Now you would see Gerald there wearing a white suit
And the shoe.
with matching.
Juchini.
Yes, everything, and singing very well, loving God. Now, when you step into marriage, it is something different. I am a man. I am a man.
Yeah.
But when you see that person out there, you see like he's God. No. At that time, God uses him as a man, as him, as a minister. But now I am a man. Now I married. So mtu asione ukiingia kwa marriage at the way you see someone, it is the same person you see. It is not. It is definitely not. So it is not something easy. It is something that you have to prepare psychologically, emotionally, everything to enter into.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. So Ruth, how has it been?
The dinner has been beautiful. I remember during the wedding day, I was interviewed. Nakale ka interview kadogo. And I remember sometimes I look at that video and I laugh. I remember these words saying ati, "Wow, yes, I'm getting married. It looks funny." I remember saying it is funny. And I was like, how funny? Now years have gone. How funny has it been? There is no funny in that. In getting, in shaping yourself to being a woman, to fitting in his life. Because are you the wife that he has in his mind? Are you the wife material that he has in his mind? Changing yourself to fit his life, it's a long way. It's a journey. It's a lot of kukwaruzana. We have had fights. We have had issues, quarrels. Oh, sometimes you like, this guy, someone help me because I cannot forgive this one. See? But then one day or two you sit down on your own and then you're like, okay, if I don't forgive.
If I may ask, what are some of the quarrels mmekuwa nazo?
Wow. Big and small.
Yeah, they're there.
Like the day we fought over me being late. You remember the day we fought?
When you talked that in the segment.
That was our biggest fight. That was the first biggest fight we ever had. Ile yenye nilienda kutembea Roysambu after kuolewa, and then you came and told me hakuna kutoka hii kuchelewa 6. 6 ikikupata ukae huko, and I was like, let me go back home.
Oh, that was the cause for the fight.
Yeah, you see, he hardly remember fights. If you ukimkasiri, okay, ulimuuliza swali sema na mimi.
I gave there was time we fought mpaka nikafanya hivi nikupiga kofi na piga hapa.
Oh, nikamsukuma.
But I didn't know the cause.
The cause was
because in the segment alituambia the cause was ulikuwa pregnant. What did you say?
I said I didn't know what happened, but she was pregnant.
No, our first biggest fight. Our cameras roaring. Our biggest fight was, the kuwa mwanamke, and then kutokuwa. Willy is laughing now, and you want to be a wife and you want to be a lady, a girl. Oh. So I went to visit my workmates wenye tulikuwa tunafanya kazi nao Roysambu. Nikachelewa. And then you remember it was Satano. And then you remember I had issues. There are those people who have issues kutapika kwa gari. Those issues. Yeah. Now I had that day. So him calling, he got an advice. Hata ilikuwa fire scare zaidi. So I stopped picking his calls. That night we had a fight. One time. Yes. That was our biggest. Ni juu ya kuchelewa.
Bwana asifiwe.
Amen.
So how did you literally fight, or it was just
fight? I love my husband for one thing. If he said that nilimskuma, yes, there was a time when I was pregnant actually, and I did that nione nilikuwa nampima. So I was pushing him like this until he reached the wall. So I wanted him, and he was like, what are you doing? That's what he was saying. What are you doing? He didn't hit me. And all these years, he has never. So I love God. I thank God, and I love you for that. He has never hit me. But the argument that day was, hey, hutaniambia ni hivyo? Kwani masaa? Kwa nini uko unachukua simu? Kwa sababu nilikuwa natapika. Si unajua na kwanga na shida. Those were the arguments. So the last word I heard him say, huku kwangu utaingia. 6 ikifika. Unaona kwenye ulikuwa. And that point, those words. What? 6 ikifika. Who are you telling all this? Now that moment ikafika tufanye calm down. That moment we started now calming down. What are we actually fighting about? What actually is the problem? And at one point, sasa ikatuhit, made a mistake. I didn't communicate. He made a mistake. What he said didn't come out well. So tukakaa chini. We actually laughed. We apologized to one another. So that is one of the fights. And I would say, when you're fighting in your house about something, be very careful of how you react and how your reactions and your response over something. Because I remember there was a day we fought, and we fought because of our third party. Is it that party or fourth party? A friend and our mom. Remember that time, our mom? Yeah. We fought. And because of how angry I was, he actually, this guy, if he wants a fight to end, he would say something without even knowing that it would hurt you the more. So he said something and it can hurt.
What did I say?
I told you, nilikwambia, did you have to go and tell her about me? You remember?
Yeah.
And you said, near that party, alienda akambia that party something. It was not so bad because that party is a friend till today. Did you have to go and tell her about us? About me? And he answered and told me, kwani ni uongo? Si ni kweli? Ay, my God. No, this is what I said. Ay, do you remember where...
No, I remember.
You remember? And that only. Those words peke yake.
Yes.
I am telling you, zilinifanya nikakasirika. I was so angry. I slapped my firstborn baby. Nilimweka slap, baba yake akamchukua akapotea na nje. My baby,
mtoto amefanya nini?
that he's the only person I can remove my anger with. How can I hit this big lion here? And how can I?
So ukapelekea mtoto?
Mtoto alikuwa hapo akilia tukiongea, nikamweka slap akafungua mdomo.
How old?
He was 1 year and a half. He was it true? My husband took our boy akampeleka nje, ndivyo kilio kitokee huko nje. Hadi nilikuwa nachungulia kwa dirisha kwani ali mtoto. And he came back and was like, did you have to do that? And I was like, so sorry. So what I'm saying here is, people fight. Marriage is not, it's not a kajani kidogo. But when you're having issues, please know yourself. I had trust issues and I had anger issues. Sometimes I would say something, and be careful. These are the things that I'm learning with him. You will never find him so angry. I say, atoe, agonge, ama achukue TV agongeshe. But maybe I came to learn that I'm somehow maybe that kind of a person. Kinyi iko karibu neza tumia. So I have, na since there is no institution where you go to learn about marriage. Hapa ndipo utasomea makosa yote, urekebishie hapa, mazuri yote ulania hapa ya kufurahishe. This is the only place in marriage, inside your house. So I started learning pole pole. Until now we are learning.
Let me bring in Gerald.
Yes.
How did you help her to handle the issue of anger?
All right.
I see you are graced. Wewe ni mtu tu wa kutulia. You are graced, uko na patience ambayo iko juu sana.
Yeah.
Unasukumwa hivi na mwanamke mpaka mwisho wa wall.
Yes.
Uko tu hapo.
Yes.
How have you helped her?
One thing that I've learned, and my father died when I was 4 years, and my mother was she had 11 kids. So in our family we are 11. So the last born was 2 years. 2 days.
2 days.
2 days.
2 days.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And right now he's 31, 32 or 33. And so I didn't have that fatherhood.
Fatherly love.
Fatherly love. You know how a father is brought. Unajua sasa venye baba analeta watoto wake. Yes. Unaona baba yenu anakuja anaenda. So mimi nilelewa na mama yangu. My mother is very cool. She doesn't fight. She doesn't yell at you. She just says things. Oh, you want to cook? Yes. You are hungry? Yes. If you want to cook food za kila mtu. We are all hungry. Cook food za kila mtu, not yours alone. So I've learned that if I had to do something, let me do for everyone. So for me, sijalelewa in a family in a fight, and I've never seen someone akichapa my wife, my mother. So there's no way I myself nitalearn kitu ya kuchapa
Your wife.
my wife. So and I was very angry wakati nilikuja Nairobi nikapata wasichana na vijana wana fight, especially hii universities kwa hapo. So they fight. Wanakunywa pombe and then they fight.
How do you fight?
So one day tukitoka church asubuhi kesha, I found a guy aki anachapa huyo lady makofi mateke. tulimchapa tumetoka kesha tukamwambia how can you unaweza chapa mtu mwenye hawezi kukugonga si wewe utafute dume
chapane
nigonge nikugonga unajua sasa mimi na yeye tunaweza kuongana lakini sasa huyu hata ukimgonga surely hata kofi yake akigonga kuna kitu utafeel
hakuna
uwezi so me I learned never hata akinifanyia nini I cannot slap or fight with a lady any lady afadhali hata nipige makofi na hata nikitoka damu ni sawa tutajipanguza waseme nilichapwa yes but that respect for ladies I won't so one thing I learned nikasema I will not hata kama uko angry na sasa ni miaka ngapi tunaishi na wewe surely niko na I married you yes nilikuwa 27 27 years na ninakaa miaka 100 and something years with her no hiyo ni 80 something years now how nikimpiga saa hii nimtoe hizi urembo nini tajisaidia nini so mimi nikajua huyu juu ako na anger issues na kila kitu I'm going to take her to nini tukapata opportunity ya counseling psychology.
That's why you took me to counseling?
Yes. So someone approached me akaniuliza Gerald, we are doing this with Kipko and so we would like you to come me myself to come and do. Nikamwambia no, let me give you my wife. Wow. And I'll stay with the kid 1 month old. Yeye akuje shule. Wow. So she started going to those classes. Akasikia mambo because I wanted her to know watu wako na mambo.
People go through stuff, yeah.
And I know akimaliza hiyo class alikuwa ananiambia we are good. We are 101% good. Yes. Watu wanapitia maisha. You know, so counseling you talk everything. So, kutoka hiyo siku akaenda akibadilika and now I can say I have an asset in my house.
Yeah.
Because if you empower a woman, you empower an asset. Wow. You empower a generation.
Yes.
So
yeah, thank you.
Before we wind up, let's talk about the issue of kids. I remember off here we were talking and you told me that when your second born came, you were frustrated.
So much.
Let's talk about that. And maybe you can encourage a mother or a couple out there. Maybe they have received a baby they were not expecting. And they are feeling like haka tukaue ama tukafanya.
It happens.
Share about
it happens. We're talking about when we were planning to get married. There are those things we talk about, what you want in life, what are your expectations, and we talked about having 4 kids. But we didn't have the idea of how these 4 kids are going to come. We just know tutapata watoto 4. So, but there is this, when you get married, people are looking upon, katumbo, you know, katoto kana, you're not, aunenepi. And as we really wanted a child, there's a part I didn't tell you, we got pregnant.
You got pregnant?
We see,
this is why
kuniangusha. This is Willy. We got pregnant. Then we lost that pregnancy. So he was, when I got pregnant, he was so happy. He's going to be a dad. I lost it. So he was sad all the time. So we went to the hospital, tukapewa masheria. He made sure we follow all those laws until we got pregnant again. He took care of me so much. Hadi mtoto akazaliwa. So we never thought that when you have a child, that there is a way you can do not to have another one when you're not ready. Though the family planning or those things, we didn't know. So mimi nilikuwa najua Mungu anabarikingi mtu na mtoto alafu anambariki na kufunga hii usipate mtoto mwingine. Those are my mind. I told you some things I'm so naive unless they happen to me. That's when I learn hii mambo ina happeningi. So when I got pregnant again unexpectedly, sikuwa najua. When one day we were to work with him and I was seated kneeling, bending, and I felt like in my stomach. So I was like, hey, what's that? Again, we went to the hospital, found ourselves pregnant, a second child. So that pregnancy, I think kusikia tu, I think I shouldn't have gone to that hospital kuchekiwa. Ningeongoza tu mtoto ajilete. Kupata tu nimeambiwa niko na mimba. Trouble. Mashida zikakuja. sickness after sickness. I told you that kicking, the one that I felt that time, so for me to go to the hospital, that's the only one I remember for that child. I used to go to the Kenyatta hospital like a month, nalala mara mbili, because the baby was not praying. The baby is not kicking in the womb. There's no food. I was moving from one relative to another one. Job ikaisha.
Everything went.
I remember one day tukienda job tukapata kufuri mbili, hatukuongelesha watu, nyumba imefungwa. Tunataka kuhama hiyo ploti juu tuwezi lipa, so we sell the house, vitu za hao viti, and then landlady sijui nani alimtuma sijui ni roho ni nani alimtuma, akajua tunauza utensils zetu.
Sasa alikuja akasimama, uzeni, mumeuza?
Mmaliza? Ekeleni pesa hapa. Oh, yeah. Tulitoka kwa hiyo nyumba.
Is nothing, I think.
Bill na vyombo na hamna pesa. So he told me, I actually gave him the idea. Nikamwambia wacha mimi niende kwa mama yako. Let me go and stay with your mom for as long as you will be able to settle us. Niambia weenda. I went and stayed with my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law was good. She took care of me. Sasa mahali nilisikia kabisa huyu mtoto atakuja na niko ushago, and I'm afraid the hosi ushago it's not karibu. I came back and he told me in advance, please, mahali utanipata ninaishi ukubali tuishi hapo. And I was like, it's okay. So I came, akaniambia tuchukue motorbike, tukachukua motorbike, tukaenda hatufiki. And I was, hadi machozi ikaanza kunitoka, nikaanza kuambia Mungu, akima, where am I being taken with all this pregnancy with 2 kids? But tukafika a room, just one room, a bed sitter. It's still in Rongai, in Kajiado. Ka room tu kadogo, but ni uko ndani, far from the road. Uko ndani kabisa. Nikaambia Mungu, ni sawa mahali. I remember saying to myself, ni sawa mahali atatupeleka, lakini sitaki kwa mabati, sitaki joto. I'm not saying those who live there, they are living in a bad place. Get me right. So nikaenda, nikapata ametayarisha room. It's just one bed. Iko pale kwa kona. Nothing else. Yeah. So tukaanza life hapo tena.
And tukimalizia hiyo, immediately venye mtoto alizaliwa.
Yeah.
Within 3 months, tulikuwa tunaishi 2 bedroom tena.
Na hiyo nyumba ilikuwa imejaa. You've told me to encourage someone out there. Life is up and down in marriage. And never say that you're in a better place. Never, especially mwanamke. Usiwahi angalia mwanamke mwingine and think that you're better than her. Things happen in life, in marriage. I wasn't working. This guy, he has worked jobs after job for us. Venye tulipata that second born, before sasa tuanze vitu kurudi normal, tuko tunakalia, tuko na mitungi 2. Tuko tunakalia hiyo mitungi 2. And I remember someone asking, a friend met a friend on the road, where are you going? Ukusikia the Geralds have a baby? Nimeenda kuona. Akamuuliza, utaenda kukalia wapi? Yeah. I think alitania hapo, hakukuja. Juu aliambiwa hakuna place ya kukalia. But we didn't stop. We went on with our life. Then, tukakaa. Then akaniambia hii, yeah, we stayed in that house for some time. We stayed until I think we looked at our baby. Oh my God, she has grown. This is what we were. Mtoto ndiye amefanya tukateseka hivi, tukajipata hatuna everything, and here she is. Amekuwa 1 year old.
I think gold, kila gold, lazima ipitie fire.
Yeah.
And if you see a couple out there, or a family out there, wamejenga kwao, they are driving, they have something. Let me tell you something. Wamepitia a lot. But that doesn't mean that everyone anapitianga hapo. Hapana. There are some who have the grace of God. Unapatanga tu vitu zinakuja tu, and Mungu ana supply.
But you find that different couples will go through
Different.
challenges.
Yes.
Yes.
There are those who find they have all the money,
Yes.
but
They
Love.
have all the
always in
support
hospital.
system.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes.
Exactly.
So we go through different challenges. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would encourage even someone out there who has, mwenye anaona like now we are married, we don't have a job, we don't have this, we are not working, I am pregnant, I'm passing through this. Only do one thing. Usiwahi poteza love yako kwa your partner.
Yes.
Always encourage one another, carry one another. Me, I'm the only one who has been working for a very long time to cater for my family. Because we agreed that ukipata mtoto, we don't want house helps. Because wanakuja wanaosha mtoto wa maji baridi, sijui what, you have seen issues. So mtaishi hosi. So nilikuwa namwambia, you will work and then you take the money to the hospital. So we agreed, now you're going to stay at home for 8 years or mpaka watoto wakue.
Hadi tuone. Yeah.
Mtoto ukimchuna atasema now mama alinichuna hapa bas. Now that child ukikuja umuulize atakwambia. So she has been home all that time. But now that the child has grown, why would I, you give her an opportunity? Go out there. Let us bring out our kids together. But life kwa marriage, it is ups and downs. Of course, there's those times that they are very sweet. You enjoy life, you enjoy marriage, you go out there, you take your partner out, you talk things. Yes.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
It's a love and sweet story.
Yeah.
And I love your humility, and I love the way you love your family.
Yes.
And you support your family.
True.
And I pray that you continue doing it till that day Jesus Christ will call you people home.
I can't change. If I had to change, I could have changed.
Yes.
But now,
Yes.
I'm the same person.
So thank you very much, guys, for coming.
Yes.
Because I'm told that our time is up. But maybe if someone want to get in touch with you, how can they get in touch with you?
Go first.
Okay, mimi kunipata ni rahisi. Unaweza nipigia simu. Kazi yangu nilikuwa nimesema. I do worship, I train praise and worship choirs. I play piano a little bit, And I also do what else do I do?
You do marketing. You're also a planner.
Yeah, an event planner. I do plan events. And you can reach me kwa Facebook naitwa Gerald Lani.
Lani?
Yes, Gerald Lani. Lani is my first boy. I loved him so much, so I took his name. Gerald Lani. Instagram same at Gerald Lani. Twitter at Gerald Lani. Now I'm YouTube naitwa Infinity Tunes. That's my ministry. Infinity Tunes. If you want to see my music and what I do mostly, tuko hapa. And also nafanya marketing in a media house. So kama kuna biashara hapo, piga simu 0714 061047. You will get me.
Thank you very much. Ruth?
You can also get me on Facebook. I'm Ruth Gerald. Yeah, Instagram I'm Ruth Gerald. YouTube you find Prolific Marriage. Yes, that's where you find me. You want to talk about family, you want to talk about how to raise children, you want to talk about things that you're going on that are happening in your marriage, you can also reach me on 0714 324 611. Yes.
Wow, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Now, there's something we always do before I let the couple walk out of the studio. And now that you are a singer, we are going to do it differently today. And so, nataka muangaliane kwa macho. Angaliane vizuri. You can turn. Muangaliane vizuri.
Yes, my baby.
Now, wewe juu ni mwimbaji, I want you to sing a love song to her. And then wewe umwambie maneno atakayotoka kwa moyo wako.
Mimi hakuna kuimba.
Going to
You can sing the same, but it's good to be different. During our wedding, you sang, you surprised me.
I can do. Okay, I wanna tell you, baby, that there's nothing I can't do for you. There's no road I can walk through for you. I can do anything, and you know deep within you that I love you. I love you, sweetheart.
Wow. Hey, goosebumps. Well, and Ruth, it is your turn.
Wow, that's nice. Yeah, you have a very beautiful voice, by the way. I want to say that thank you. You've changed my life. You've been my world. And the person I am today, I wouldn't ask for anyone else to walk this journey of life with me. I wasn't this way there from the onset of my life when I met you. I was shy, I was speechless, I was angry, you know. But you've shown me one thing, and most important, how to love myself and how to build my confidence. And I want to thank you. I honor you. I will always do. And I truly love you. And thank you for being the father of my children. Yes.
All of them.
All of them. I love you.
My Jean, where are you? Wow, thank you very much. That was a lovely journey, and thank you for coming to share your story with us.
Yeah.
We feel honored.
Thank you for
And
having us.
I know when we call you again, you'll come. Yes. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
May the Lord bless you.
Amen.
And
Amen.
bless your marriage.
Amen.
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 Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. And that is how we come to the end of tonight's show. And that is how we start marching into the month of March. Great things are happening. You can't afford to miss any episode this year because great things are happening right here on Couples Will Show. And this is where we write down our love when we are alive, for we don't want our love story to be read when we are 6 feet under. Neither do we want our love story to be read when we are gone. For now, it is a good night. God bless you and God bless your marriage. My name is Willy Kinyash, and now here they call me the Undisputed. I'm a Dr. Love, and this is Wema TV, the voice of hope.